never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah. Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chillin'. Was the good guy till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a two up? Never been a...
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Clark. A short throw to Ingram. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 3rd down, Clark. And all that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Play action. It's Jackson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here's Clark looking to throw on second down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to
touchdown, Vikings! Kyle Pitts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And some space here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Clark. A short throw to Ingram. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
52 blaster. Stand, go.
Algier will try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. The Seahawks had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Rolling to his right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They start the drive with Cook. to about the 40-yard line. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On second down, Jackson. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They run the counter with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Seahawks, nothing.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks. Football here as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 cycles. Set.
Off play action. Clark. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Clark. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second down, Cook. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. A little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend it on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That's to his running back, complete. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. The Vikings send out their punter. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Hut, hut.
Clark to throw on third down. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. There he goes, right side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They go play action with Jackson. Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
They'll try the wide side with Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook from 19 yards away. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Done good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Vikings 21, Seahawks nothing.
Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a full-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd and 10.
Clock, 10.
Off the play fake. Clark. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf, and a first down to boot. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Clark. But not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Ready.
Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Here's Cook again. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Clark now. A final shot before break. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Trey Palmer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Cool able to connect on the extra point. And cut the lead to 21-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter. Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First down, Vikings.
Cook up the gut. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A good chance this is 4 down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Vikings first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. It would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Some good closing speed there defensively because they looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Dalvin Cook, so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
Again, it's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now done for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Vikings 28, Seahawks 7.
So Dunn now following the score. Back out to send this away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Starting the drive with Algier. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Clark to throw. Off play action. They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the 3rd quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability, and they showed it on that last.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out, and as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Done good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
35, Seahawks 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot... And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Deonte Banks with it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And Cook going to pick up a Vikings first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line.
And the Vikings first down.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. From the pistol, they run it with Cook, fighting him off, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, an 8-yard touchdown run. Now done for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Vikings 42, Seahawks 7.
Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto, and so the clock runs out.
And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Clark. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Clark on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They go play action now. Jackson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, this is Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second down, they go right back to Cook. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Drop just inside the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Jackson. That is caught. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Done good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Open man, it's Palmer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And now they're in the hurry-up. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see.
Let's go. Fight 60. Ready?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Vikings, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.